All right, welcome to another Woods Report. All right, so it's a lot of news today.
Oh,
You didn't
is
have
it?
a lot on your side, did you?
It was Whoopi's birthday.
I had a lot of like small stories, but I'm not really going to go into a lot of them.
Okay, because you're still doing it within a certain time frame too, right?
Yeah, we want to make sure we stay within a certain time, but we'll see. We'll go right into it. So we'll make sure we have our, few people that come on.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, who is this person you gonna start off talking?
Well, they
about?
kind of the little time they had because they're celebrating Whoopi's birthday. Her birthday is actually Sunday, and she's not usually on the show Fridays.
Okay.
So they just talked briefly about Biden on midterms, a good day for democracy.
Okay.
Everybody's talking about democracy.
Okay.
If you think about all that's all the situations that are going on in other countries, we want to hold on to our democracy and not lose it.
Right.
And a lot of people, they're thinking with the number turnout of the voting and not the big red wave and all of that. They're thinking
people don't want our country to break down.
People don't want to lose that. They know they need food on the table and gas in the tank and all of the women's rights stuff. Democracy. If you lose that,
thank you.
You pretty much done.
So maybe I feel a little bit like at first I was losing faith in this country. So this election kind of helped me.
Whoopi said,
because I really thought the majority of the people was morons.
Now, check this out.
I really did.
I wanted to catch what Sarah was saying when she gave her little viewpoint on, because they said Biden on midterms, a good day for democracy. So Biden gave his little speech, and was very grateful that the people, even pointing out that the people really want democracy.
But did you hear what they said? They asked him if he ran again, what would he do different or something? And he said nothing. He wouldn't change anything. What is wrong with him? He's old.
I don't know. What would he change?
But that's something an old man would say.
I know, but he probably...
I've lived my life. I'm not changing one thing.
What do you mean, like changing, running the country, or him personally?
Just change, yeah. Like, would you do something different, or just, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to sound like...
He's probably tired. Okay? Why you got... I don't feel like talking about that right now. I need to go home and go sleep. I didn't take my Geritol.
See, that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be saying that. He shouldn't be like that.
You know, we can look at it good and bad. But she brought up a good point from a speech that has a concession speech from Tim Ryan from Ohio. Okay. He apparently, when you do a concession speech for our democracy,
he lost.
That's pretty much saying I lost, and I'm going to say, darn it, congratulations to the next person that won.
Was he a Democrat?
He's a Democrat, but listen to what he says.
All right, let's see.
Concession speech. It was a clip that was going around, and I think we have it.
We have too much hate. We have too much anger. There's way too much fear. There's way too much division. And that we need more love. We need more compassion. We need more concern for each other. As someone who was the Democratic nominee, I have the privilege to concede this race to J.D. Vance, because the way this country operates is that when you lose an election, you concede.
This message, because my number one issue...
If I lose, I'm going to come at you guys for election denier. You cheated. That's the part of our democracy is that, I lost fairly. Here, congratulations, I'm out of here.
How much did he lose by though? That's the question.
I don't know whether he lost big or not, but
it's when they be close. That's when people start going.
But the point is,
I know what you're saying.
He's saying it is a lot of division. And even Charlemagne, you just kind of played a little bit of what he said. There's a lot of hatred.
For that.
It's in the country, and it's like a spirit of something that's caused division, and we don't care about the next.
We'll talk about that later with Candace Owens and Trump.
Okay. But I like that Sarah brought this up because that's part of our democracy that we don't want to lose. The people made it clear in this election. We're still waiting on a few.
Right.
Of course,
that
Georgia.
They pretty much said we're done with all the craziness. Can we get back to?
Can we get?
And you know what
run
happens?
the country.
A lot of times when people start seeing that they spending too much money and inflation and gas and all of that, they start saying we're done with all the shenanigans.
Yes,
we need somebody in there that's going to fix the problem.
Thank you.
We need somebody with a plan.
Yes.
So maybe is this the end of a Trump era? We don't know. According to Candace Owens, it might be.
Well, they showed Joy pulled out the
because that's his love doll right there. That's it for her to
Joy
turn her back
brought
on
out
him.
the New York Post. On the front cover says Trumpty Dumpty. They had an illustration of him on the wall, getting ready to fall.
See, if more than just 3 people listen to us, somebody could have went and told Trump. I said, what did I tell y'all?
What?
I told y'all to tell him DeSantis is Terminator 2.
Oh, God.
It's the movie where the Terminator drops down.
The first Terminator is looking like...
The other one drops down on Earth, and he has one mission, and that's to destroy the other Terminator and get rid of that boy.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
So when DeSantis, I told him this, Trump don't watch this. Months ago. Watch for him because he's stronger, he's faster,
I don't even know what could he have done though.
He's coming after you. See, and he waited. He should have destroyed him way earlier. He should have made him a laughing point.
Yes. Where nobody would pay attention to him every time he speaks.
Yeah.
And he's losing his momentum. They all will eventually.
Well, here we go. Okay. Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Wendy. How different can an old man be? Probably Biden. Yeah. Yeah, he won't change. She said he's stuck in his ways. Yeah. He's stuck in his ways.
And hopefully his ways will still be good for
him. I can tell you right now, unless something miraculous happens, he's not going to beat DeSantis. Okay. He will not beat DeSantis. Well,
it don't matter to me.
Now something could happen that could change all of that. Trump could, because Trump is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So he could lose the Republican nominee and then spend the rest of his time trying to destroy DeSantis.
Who knows?
He may join with Biden just to destroy DeSantis because he lost.
With that crazy,
you don't know what he's
going to do on his own party.
So what else did they say about this guy? You wrote down stuff.
No, that was basically it. I wanted to watch his concession speech because Sarah said it's trimming. It's trending. I'm sorry, screaming. Okay. It's trending. But he pretty much hits the nail on the head as far as the division.
I lost and I'm over it. I'm done.
And I'm doing a concession now. We hearing the word on the street that Carrie Lake, whatever her name is.
Oh, she's not.
She ain't gonna do no concessions.
No, she's a Trump person. Yeah, she's a Trump person.
So they're the ones that you like, really.
Well, a lot of them didn't get in office. See,
but it's still going on with her.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't vote for them. That means they tired of it.
They tired of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So
all right.
That was it. For
all right. So speaking of Trump, you might as well stay on the same bandwagon. Lori says here in beautiful Barbados, listening to you all, love you all, great job. Hey, Lori.
It's been over 20, 30 years since I've been to Barbados.
Lori. She tells the same Barbados.
That's my experience.
Barbados could be a whole nother island.
I'm sure
from the time she went there.
Probably, yeah.
But
whenever things they probably build a lot.
Whenever somebody say, "Have you been to Barbados?" She says, "Yes."
The last time I've been to Barbados was 80.
I think that was 30 years ago.
82. How many years is that?
Oh God, what is that, y'all?
82.
82.
It was around 82.
What's 82 from 2020? 2020
Don't tell my age.
Minus 1982. 40 years ago.
So I'm sure they built up a lot since then.
And that's your big thing. So you really haven't been to Barbados. When somebody asks
I've been to, well, I'm sure the people's homes that I've been to, they still have property. It was a pastor.
Are they even alive?
Yeah,
that's 40 years ago.
Younger than me.
No, the pastor.
The pastor's probably, well, I don't know. The pastor's my mom's age.
Oh, okay.
So that's wrong for you to say that. And they know who they are. Thank you, Pastor.
I'm just saying, next time somebody says...
His daughter was younger than me, so I know she's still living.
If somebody says, have you been to Barbados?
They have a beautiful house right on the ocean.
Just say 40 years ago. Just say that.
We haven't been back, though. I want you to go to visit.
But so we should say we haven't been.
We haven't been. No, I've been there. It's just been so long.
Right.
Okay.
Lori says we have upgraded. I would figure you
would.
Sure
after 40 years, you probably built a whole stadium and everything.
Well, the last time
since Rihanna has put a lot,
All right, here we go. Energy. All right, Trump left fuming after at least 14 of his candidates projected to lose in midterm sources.
And he probably was saying, if the ones who win, I supported you. The ones who lose, it's because of you. It's because of you. That's why you lost.
That's why you lost.
You know how he is. I know you are, but what am I?
And he's upset with Melania, they said.
Why?
Because she told him to endorse Oz.
So he always throwing people under the bus.
He throws people under the bus.
He know good and well he decided to do that. Gonna blame it on his wife.
So he blames it on his people. They said he was yelling all throughout.
A bad little brat
They said
boy.
he was yelling at all of the people that told him to pick these
endorse
people.
the people that lost.
Because he didn't know these people. He's going by what his aides told him. They wasn't personal friends of him. See, when you're a friend of him, like Rudy Giuliani, if he messes up, he'll still lean into you. He'll go, leave Rudy alone.
Yeah.
But he don't know these people. And his aides told him, these are people that support you. You need to back them so that they win. Mm-hmm. So he's upset that he backed a bunch of losers.
You guys didn't pick the right numbers. I'm not even dependent on you anymore. It's because of you. I'm made to look foolish.
Right. Wendy says, I'll go with you. Oh, the Barbados. All right, we may end up.
We all meet. What's the name that said half day?
Lori.
We all may meet Lori there.
Yep. Hey, so we'll see,
show
Lori.
us a good time.
How is it this Warnock race so close? I am lost. It's very close.
They have to do a runoff though.
They had to do a runoff.
Right.
And I think it's in December.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on with that.
Yeah.
They have to and people are, what is Barbados part of America? Because you don't want Trump getting in and saying that you are another country and you're president.
I don't think you are.
No, I'm saying he'll say you're president or the queen
like
or
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Okay. So he's upset. Okay. He's mad. He's fuming. Mm-hmm. He is
turning red.
He's turning red
orange.
That he backed a bunch of losers.
Yes, because he don't like losers. He don't like even being connected to a loser.
Yep. Okay. She said Lori says he backs the ones that suck up to him.
Yeah.
So
that's why the governor, the guy running for governor in our state, that's why he lost. He was endorsing this knucklehead.
He would have lost anyway. But
I'm just saying, that's not a good thing to put on when you're talking. Illinois is going to roll the red carpet out for Trump.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
Probably took their little pen and went,
Let me tell you what happened. What's going on in Trump land?
Okay.
The mega people are breaking down. They're going crazy. They got a lot of stuff going on right now behind the scenes with the mega movement. Yeah. And Candace Owens, bobblehead Candace, who's the #1 mega fan.
Yeah.
She switched parties because of him.
Oh, she jumped.
She was a dirty old liberal, like she said.
She was a Trumpster.
She moved and became a Republican because of Trump.
Yeah.
Lord. And Candace was a Trumpster. But guess what happened?
What happened?
Guess what happened?
Did he talk about her mom?
Oh, no. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. Somebody told him that she was talking about him behind his back.
Oh, like like Omarosa? Another black woman dogging me out.
And that she said he was, this sounds like high school. She said he was old and that he doesn't know a lot about COVID and stuff like that. He's an old man.
Okay.
And he didn't like that.
She backstabbed him, but she was a
She said, I never said that. That was a lie. And she knows for a fact that they were golfing and this somebody that was golfing with him who has it in for her told him that she did say it. And what is he gonna do about it? This is real life, y'all. I swear to God.
Reality TV.
And what is he gonna do about it?
I know you are, but what am I?
So he told that, and she said at first he didn't say nothing, and he just was golfing, and the guy kept egging him on.
He did that on purpose.
And had it in for her.
Yes.
So then finally,
bobblehead Candace.
Finally, he said he didn't like it, and he doesn't.
So he actually believes it.
Well, hold on now.
Okay.
He believes it.
Okay.
And she said, "I have done nothing but say good things about you.
Oh my goodness. So she's now seeing the wrath of Trump.
And she said, if y'all watched her show,
okay,
for the first time,
yes,
I'm starting to understand what people are saying about him.
Candace, duh.
So it wasn't holding the Bible upside down. Okay. It wasn't good on both sides. It wasn't they sending the worst people from the world over here as
sons of bees.
None of that.
It took what?
Him believing
that she told a lie.
She talked about him and said he was old. And he didn't understand stuff.
Wow.
And then she said, and still, I gave him the benefit of the doubt until I saw him. And he was rude to her.
So since that time, the guy told him that she made these comments, she ran into him.
She saw him at an event. And he was rude.
He dissed her.
He dissed her.
And she got her feelings hurt. Now she ain't trust her no more.
You have been in the house. You are a house Negro.
Yes.
You have.
Now they want to kick you out the house.
You have cleaned the rugs.
Yes.
You've washed all the dishes.
You washed their toilets.
You raised his kids.
You cleaned their
You
floors.
told them like in the maid, remember? You is smart. You is kind. She was talking to Ivanka. You is kind.
Raising
you
the kids.
is beautiful. You is the most beautiful woman in the world. Yeah. And we all could look like you, Ivanka. Well, according to Kanye, Ivanka's gorgeous. When we could all look like you. I wish I could look like you. Okay. And I did all of this. And you believe this guy on the golf course
I lied.
that said I said you was old. Oh, wow. How dare you? You know what it is. I'm doing Candace, if y'all watch her show. I think that this election and him losing it has turned him into something else. He must be bitter now. And it's transferring through the party. And the mega people, they're kind of showing. It's not all the Karens that's been popping up. Right. Now all of a sudden, they showing it. And that's probably why all this stuff is going on with all the hate crimes and stuff. They have his spirit now.
So she's jumped the Trump ship. She's not a part of the Trumpster group anymore.
And you know, I wasn't going to say this to you guys. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. Go watch her last show.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say this. But for a little while now, we've been talking about him behind the scenes. But I think that you, as the American people, need to know what we're saying about him. He's paranoid. Yeah. He thinks everybody hates him. He thinks everybody wants to destroy
everybody's
him.
Against him. It was the Democrats.
And you know another thing, my bobblehead people that watch me, other than the ones like me who watch you to make jokes, the thing he said against DeSantis was totally uncalled for. He's not running against DeSantis. DeSantis is not running now. So why would he feel the need to say something bad about him in a race right before the midterms? It doesn't make sense. It makes it seem like he's narcissistic. I'm starting to believe he's narcissistic.
Crazy. Are you kidding me?
I'm starting to believe
had an
that
moment.
And I don't know, guys. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm butthurt because he was rude to me when he saw me. Am I being too personal, guys? Let me know what you think. Is it just me because he threw me out the house? What do you other house Negroes think? Hazel, what do you think?
You know what? Okay.
Hazel, I know you still bring him his pancakes in the morning. What do you think, Hazel?
So
am I being butthurt?
Was this something she really said and you just kind of putting it in your own words?
I'm putting it in my own words, but probably 90% of the words I used, she used.
Okay.
All right. She said, Lori said, but he backs the ones that suck up to him. Yes. Wendy said, when karma hits Candace, she's going to fall harder than Wendy Williams. Lori says, Candace will get what is coming to her. And laugh out loud. You two are too much. Laugh out loud.
But you're right, though.
Lori says, just remember, once a man, twice a child. Trump is his second child stage. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's just now learning this.
She has an aha moment now.
She's having an aha moment.
I mean, why didn't you figure? What, you didn't come clean with this information before? You are that stupid.
She thinks it's because he feels that the election was stolen from him, and he's changed.
So she wouldn't have said.
He's not as. Remember, he used to be so much fun, guys.
So you tell me, just a simple little comment, and all that has been misunderstood. She wouldn't say all this had he not been rude to her or not believed the
she
lie.
Didn't like the fact that he believed it.
So it
took her character into play, as if to say, I'm the person that has been going to bat for you. I've even turned my back on my own race. It's just like Kanye with the hat.
But she don't realize that she was not important. She's just got her feelings hurt. That man didn't care about Candace.
She got her feelings hurt.
Whether she had his back, whether she talked about him on her show, she just got a little taste of how everybody's feeling with him and his own family.
His wife just got his wrath because she probably said, "Hey, Oz is a good guy. What do you think about him?" Oh no!
You got to do that.
I'm sorry. I was
the
too.
Donald.
Yeah, the Donald. Excuse me, Donald. I don't mean to interrupt you, Donald. I know I haven't seen you in about a week, Donald. But what do you think about Oz, Donald? And he said, "What about him?" Well, Donald, remember that Oz was with Oprah, and he probably went, "Ooh, so it means he's with me now. I took him from Oprah, so I'm gonna back him, and that'll make Oprah mad.
Those are brownie
That'll
points.
make Oprah mad, and Miss thinks she all that.
Literally brownie points.
Yeah, so I'll back Oz, and then when Oz wins, I'll rub it in Oprah's face.
Because everybody loves Oz.
And I'll rub it into Oprah's face.
He's a good doctor.
He's not under you anymore, Oprah. He's under me. That's a good one, Melania. I'm glad I thought of it.
Thank you.
No, I'm glad I thought of it.
Okay.
You did, Donald. I was just saying what was already in your head.
Yes. If he treats his family, his ex, where he buried in what yard did he?
Buried her at the golf course.
What would Candace think? What does she think? She's somewhere in his best friend, I would never backstab you in the back person. Is she really that naive?
Lori says, from where I am listening, all these people are using Trump, but he is using them as well. They all using each other. But it's just funny how all of a sudden Candace got a revelation of who Donald Trump is. All she's doing is pulling away and going to go to DeSantis. And she's trying to do it now. She's trying to plant the seed now. Yeah. And she's trying to do it in a way where her fans won't be angry with her because the people who are like Kanye and them who wear them stupid hats, they'll say, "Why did you leave Trump?" And then they'll say, "Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all had a falling out. You right. He doesn't trust you.
He dogged you out because he thought you lied on whatever."
So she's using this as a way to get away from him.
Yeah.
She's the house Negro that's trying to escape the house.
Remember what we said about her about a month ago. She's controlling. She has a Jezebel spirit. So a Jezebel has to always be in control. Even with the backlash
and
from
she
this man.
Controlled how he thought about black people. Because if he could always have her on the side, he can always say, "Look, I love the blacks. I got her right here."
Omarosa was at one point.
Well, Omarosa was acting up too much.
Yeah, no more.
But Omarosa was never. We always knew Omarosa was for the money.
Regardless of who she was with.
Omarosa's money. Yeah. I never took Omarosa as somebody that was really into Trump. Right. I always took her as somebody that was for the money.
It was an opportunity.
It was an opportunity.
She's an opportunist.
Yeah, I always took Omarosa as that.
That's true.
But Candace bought into it.
Because Candace wanted to get in there with control as well.
I told you she's the one in Durango. She's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Meaner than the master.
But the master's
she's
kicking her out now.
She's meaner than Trump.
Yeah.
I actually think Trump likes black people more than Candace does.
Because Durango, what's his name's character?
He was worse
than meaner than the master.
Yes.
The white man master. Yes, he was.
The white master was like, "Okay, calm down. Yeah.
Go down, boy.
Down." So I actually think, honestly, Trump, not that he cares anything about anybody. See, I don't think Trump, I've always said this.
Well, he's a narcissist.
And people don't agree with me when I say this. I never thought he was racist.
No.
I always thought he was a narcissist. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. His kids, his wife, nobody is above him.
That's a narcissist. It's a self-absorbent. It's him.
Right. And so that's why I feel like, to me, Candace is worse than him. I think she's worse than him. I think he likes black people more than she does. He likes Lil Wayne. She probably's like, I don't like Lil Wayne. He's destroying the black race.
I think because we know what his plan is as a narcissist. As controlling Candace, we don't know. Because it's always to control, but we don't know what she's doing to do it. He's simple.
Yeah, he's
narcissist.
Simple.
He and Putin and Kim Jong-un.
Very
simple-minded. You know what a narcissist is about them.
It's about
them.
So
anything they touch, talk about, it still stems to them.
They don't care about nobody
but
above
controlling
them.
Candace.
Yeah. I think she likes the power of being on the, she would be, you always hear people say, do you want to be a big fish in a small pond? Or do you want to be a small fish in a big pond and make waves? She wants to be a big fish in a small pond because there's not a lot of black people that are out vocally that support Trump. And so it made her have that platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Territory herself. Yeah.
So that's what I think that is. She wouldn't even blend in if she was in a Democratic Party. You didn't even know she was a Democrat. See, nobody knew till she switched over. Laura said she does. Candace S beyond bonita. Does that mean bye Candace? All right, move on because I'm tired of her. SNL staff writers boycott over Dave Chappelle hosting. Dave Chappelle is supposed
coming back to host.
Dave Chappelle will be hosting this Saturday.
Excuse me, why are they boycotting?
Well, you know the whole thing with the transgenders don't like him because he always making jokes about transgenders. Jeez. Okay, there's unrest.
That's a big loss for them.
Well, no, he's there. There ain't no loss for him.
Then what are they boycotting for?
No, they are, but he's still gonna be on the show.
Good.
There's unrest at 30 Rock. Page 6 hears over the decision to sign up Dave Chappelle to host Saturday Night Live this weekend. Ooh. That's the only reason why everybody's gonna be watching Saturday Night Live.
I definitely will watch it.
Everybody's gonna be watching Saturday Night Live because Dave Chappelle.
To boycott. Do what you need to do.
We're told that some staff writers are so furious that the comedy superstar who has made transphobic and homophobic jokes has been chosen to helm the iconic show that they're sitting out the episode. They're not going to do the show, an insider told Page 6, but none of the actors are boycotting. But Chappelle's rep told us there was nothing to suggest that there was a boycott when they attended the writers' meeting this week. So SNL didn't tell them that people was boycotting. SNL revealed last week that Chappelle's show star would host the show with musical guest Black Star on November 12th.
Okay.
It'll be his third time as a host. He gonna talk about Kanye and Kyrie. and he's friends with Kanye.
And maybe Herschel Walker.
Oh, wow. Herschel Walker.
Do your thing, Dave Chappelle. We
I know he's gonna talk. He's gonna talk and he's gonna piss off a lot of Jewish people.
You think?
Yeah. This is the guy, remember?
Because he may stay low on that.
No. Dave Chappelle don't run from nothing.
Oh, wow.
This is the guy
Aren't the Jews the ones that own this SNL?
Well, yeah, that's why they letting them on. They gonna laugh. See, Dave Chappelle, this is the difference between Dave Chappelle and Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye could say something. We all kind of agree. Yeah. It don't mean he lying.
Yeah.
But he's the butt-naked guy on the porch with a butt-weak hairstyle. Dave Chappelle is thought out. Dave Chappelle would say the same thing that nut job said.
And we would pee on ourselves laughing.
And Jewish people would laugh.
We would laugh. He has the gift to do it. That's his journey.
Now there will be some Jewish people who will be upset and boycott, like the transphobic and the homophobic people. But for the most part,
he's in his lane. I don't know. You want to bet that he's going to do Jewish jokes? I don't think.
All right, y'all. Let's bet. What we doing? Dave Chappelle this weekend.
I don't think he's
Jewish humor.
No,
I think he's going to talk about the fact about
the comments
about them being in charge,
but not joke on them. He'll talk about what has already transpired. I think he's going to lay low on that.
Let's see. Wendy says maybe Takeoff and Black Man Dying. I don't know if he gonna say something about Takeoff. It'll be good if he does. It'll be rest in peace Takeoff.
But it definitely will be Kanye in the comments, maybe.
If he don't say nothing about Kanye and Kyrie
and Herschel Walker.
But
I don't think he'll talk about the Jews.
I think he will.
I think he'll comment on what was already commented, but not anything new.
I think he'll say something that's already commented, but it'll be along the lines of they're in control.
We'll see. I don't think so.
You don't?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. That's the bet, y'all. I think Dave Chappelle's going to say something smart, though, about how they own everything, but they're not in control. You know how somebody can say, who owns this, who owns this car wash? And then the person say that guy over there, and he's Jewish. Who are the people that's washing my car? All those guys over there, and they all Jewish.
Goldberg.
Who sold you that car? I bought it from Cohen's Cohen's dealer. Who? It'd be something where he'll go.
I don't know, because the writers have to do it. They have to.
No, he writes his own. He writes
on
his
SNL.
own.
He writes his own.
The when he comes out, that's his. When he comes out,
not the stand up.
No, that's you see him with that microphone right now.
We're saying his stand up at the beginning.
He's gonna say something about Jewish people, about them being upset, about they canceling. He gonna make a joke about Kanye going from $1 billion to $2.
I know we know Kanye.
He gonna make a joke about Kyrie tweeting something.
Okay.
That's anti-Semitic and having his Nike deal taken. Tweeting it, not even saying anything.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say something smart about how Jewish people are mad because somebody said that they in control.
So he'll talk about the comments that have already been made.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. You might be on to something.
I think he will.
This is his opening act.
Now the Herschel Walker, I believe, will come in a skit.
I can't
wait. He might even be Warnock.
I can't wait.
What's the name? Raphael. He might even play him.
I can't wait.
And what's his name? Keenan plays Herschel Walker.
I can't wait. I love SNL. Y'all just don't know. Because they can get away with the craziness in this world.
I have not seen this.
And put a joke to it.
I have not seen this, but I am a comedian.
Yeah.
And if I was on there, I would joke. I would make him Warnock. I would make Keenan Herschel Walker, and they inform them that they have to have a runoff. And Herschel thinks it's a real runoff, on a football team.
Yeah,
and then he snatches his shirt. I've been waiting on this. And he undo his shirt and he have a football jersey on. I've been waiting on this. You going down, Warnock.
And let the jersey be real tight.
Yeah.
He can't fit it no more.
With his sheriff badge on.
Yes. I love it.
Let's see. Now that's my joke. Okay. If I was writing for SNL, he literally thinks it's a runoff.
Right now, he
thinks it's a football runoff.
The ones that's not writing are the ones that's boycotting, right? That's has that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Wendy says, I saw Chappelle's show. He told a beautiful story about his trans friend. I don't understand why they're upset. Yeah.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
He was real. And he made some very important comments about the lifestyle.
He didn't say anything. What he did is he joked about it.
Yes.
That's what a comedian does.
Yes.
But he didn't say anything that was like, oh, y'all going to hell.
Yeah, judging them.
You're going to burn.
Thank you.
He didn't say anything like some
religious people do.
Right. But if he did make jokes about being trans.
Yeah, and then the experience. Going into a different sex.
Just like guys who make jokes about being gay and taking it from the back.
Yeah.
But that's not the same as saying you going to hell, you're
judging their lifestyle and where they're going to end up and all.
And that's why his trans friend who passed away, you're right, Wendy.
Yes.
She laughed.
She didn't take it personal because she knew where it was coming from.
It's coming from a good place.
And I don't know why most of the ones who are experiencing don't feel that.
And I think that's why Lauren Michael brought him now. It's after the midterm, and it's a lot of, I told y'all on another show, remember I told y'all, right now, anti-Semitism is at a high right now.
Yeah.
They sensitive.
Yeah.
They too sensitive.
Yeah.
And I think Lauren Michael, who is Jewish,
yeah,
I think he feels like we're too sensitive now.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing without somebody saying, right. So this, I think he's bringing Dave Chappelle because Dave is smart.
Yes.
And he'll say it.
Yes.
And Jewish people will say, you right.
You right. That's fun.
You right.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
You got a point. Now you own everything.
If you are so funny where you can make that race laugh at themselves.
Yes.
That's a good comedian.
And why would you be mad at somebody pointing out that you own everything?
You do, and
even though that's
okay with
but
it.
That's not good. I understand why they upset because that's how you start the Holocaust.
Exactly.
By saying they own everything, because then people start saying,
you know what?
But he's going to make it where people going to laugh about it.
And I think that was the problem that Kanye had is that
you
got to be careful when you sharing that type of.
It's the way you say it,
because there are knuckleheads sitting at home going, yeah,
yes,
let's get them.
Yes,
no, it's just
I'm
frustrated because they own everything, and I want to start owning stuff.
Sinbad said,
we all gonna own stuff ourselves.
Sinbad, the comedian, said when he was walking on the beach with his wife. You remember that joke?
Yeah.
And he said his wife was mad because he was looking at other women.
Yeah.
And he said, "No, baby, I'm not looking at them. I like the way your butt just drags all in the sand." That was a way of saying she was fat.
Yeah. And I'm looking at you, fat wife.
I'm looking at you with your butt. I love the way your butt dragging the sand.
I'm not looking at them other women who...
Now, some people may think that's offensive.
Yeah.
But she thought it was funny.
The sad thing about it in this country, and you guys all can say amen to this, you're never going to please everybody.
Mm-mm.
You're going to get some people listening to the same joke, but one's offended, and the other one's like, that wasn't that fun. That. And one's like, that was funny. And they all in that same boat, the same race, but they all feel different.
Yeah.
You even hear the back and forth about the N-word.
Yeah.
There are blacks that don't like that word, how you say it in terms of endearment. They don't care how you say it.
And I actually say it.
And they don't want to say it.
I don't say it on this show, but
Whoopi made a comment like, I do say it, and I don't care what y'all think.
You don't say it. Whoopi said it.
No, Whoopi made that comment.
Oh, yeah.
She made the comment that I said, like, Oprah don't like it.
No, Oprah don't like it.
So you're not going to please
but
everybody.
I say the A on the end.
But we need to respect one another.
I don't say it in front of
everybody.
Yes. If I'm with, I was getting ready to say the word, on the street, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, Mom?
But not everywhere. I don't say it everywhere.
Go ahead.
Okay, Lori says, Wendy, he is real, speaks from the heart. She's saying that to Wendy. Wendy says, Chappelle always has something heavy to say in his comedy. He even said that he sends money to his friend's child still. And Wendy says, Lori, yes. Yeah, he's going to say something. I really believe he's going to touch on somebody's toes. And I really believe he's going to say something about the anti-Semitism.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's why Lauren Michaels brought him on the show.
Okay.
Wendy says, poor Sinbad is not doing well after his stroke. Yeah. He has difficulty speaking.
I didn't know he had a stroke.
Yeah, he had a stroke.
Why we didn't talk about that?
We can on another show.
Oh my God, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we'll do a thing on Sinbad.
I didn't know
but
that.
Let's see what happens. We'll all be watching, and of course we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. I'll probably talk about it Sunday if I don't do it. Wait till Monday.
Yes.
If I'm real excited, I'll talk about it Sunday.
We'll do a follow-up with SNL.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Dave Chappelle. Can't wait. I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Because he's smart. Not these big dummies that's been talking for him.
Okay.
I will never be going to Five Guys again.
What's this?
Customers spend $70 for 2 meals at Five Guys.
Okay.
And you know why I brought this up. Because where did we go yesterday? We went to a hot dog place.
Yes, we did.
And I spent $40.
We had to look at the receipt and go, what did we buy?
I bought 2 hot dogs.
2 Polish.
2 Polish dogs.
A little bit more than a hot dog.
And 2 cheese fries.
The cheese little cup.
And 1 fry.
And the large fries.
A strawberry shake for Mama.
That big.
And a Coke for me.
And a Coke.
$40.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Does anybody else notice that fast food is up?
Yes, it is. And it's going so fast, like the name it is.
We don't even realize it.
We don't even realize it. A Happy Meal, gosh darn it, is not the Happy Meal price.
Well, I'm not happy no more.
We're not happy at the Happy Meal price. I told y'all my dad went to get his own hamburgers. I said, Dad, you must think you in 1970 or something.
Yeah, he thought it was
Aren't
like
they 35 cents?
No, Daddy.
It was $9.
Well, $2 per hamburger.
$9 for he had specially, made for him. But he told me.
And that was a hamburger. The cheeseburger is more.
And he said, forget it. He canceled the order.
Okay, so this is what this is telling us. Mm-hmm. We too fat. We should have known that already. We don't need to be eating fast food. When you go and spend $70,
but what is the breakdown for this? It's 2 meals.
All right, let's see.
How can you do 2 meals for $70? Was it a mistake? The computer?
No. Here we go. Stevens revealed she paid $70 for 2 meals that included 2 bacon burgers, fries, 1 milkshake, and a soda.
That's not $70. You guys, let's add this up. She got 2 burgers, 2 bacon burgers.
In the video, she showed her receipt, including 1 bacon cheeseburger for $22 and a little bacon cheeseburger for $19.
What burger is $19?
She's in Australia.
Okay, that's gotta be why, you guys. I don't think our prices here in America is the same.
In Canada, the exact order would be $44.84. That's still a lot.
I know it's still a lot, but the 70 was just outrageous. I'm sorry.
So in Australia, it's around that, probably about that here.
Who pays $19 for, unless you at a nice restaurant?
It got to be around the same here because I paid $40, and that was two Polishes with the cheese fries.
And we were somewhere, you guys. We played it off and laughed. The steak that we had told my mom to order.
Oh my God.
I ordered a T-bone. Was it a T-bone?
No, hold on. We went to this Italian restaurant.
Really nice Italian. Me and my friend, we meet there every year.
And we all ordered, and the lady said, we have a special today. We have the steak or whatever. I said, Ma, you want a steak?
Yeah, I want a steak.
All right, so we'll get the steak. Mm-hmm. And she got the steak.
And it's usually the price. You know how they have the lobster and all of that, and they have at market price.
Yeah.
It was that kind of. Yeah. No price was listed.
And she came back. How much was that steak?
$72.
One steak was $72. And it wasn't even big.
It was more than all of our meals. $72.
And we was like, I never in my wildest dreams thought to ask the lady,
where did she kill that cow?
No, how much was the steak?
Oh my God.
I thought we was ordering a steak dinner, what, the most $30 or something?
40.
Or we looked at that bill.
70. We all ate that
$70.
We ate that steak. All of us. It was a nice size steak, but not $72.
Emerald says, was it a double? No, it was a bacon
it was,
burger.
2 bacon burgers.
Yep, she said 2 bacon burgers,
1 milkshake, and a soda. $70.
And this is in Australia.
One
of the burgers was $22.
$22. One of the burgers.
Mark Gamble says, my music. Oh, he's spamming. He wants us to listen to his music. Sorry, Mark. You got to go. Okay. If anybody gonna listen to anybody's music, it's gonna be mine if I ever have some.
Okay.
But yeah, can you believe that?
And what was the country that had it a little cheaper?
Canada is $44.84.
Yeah, for the Five Guys.
Yeah,
is it Five Guys. Yeah.
Five Guys.
What is our meal? I wonder.
What do you mean?
What would it be here?
Oh, you gonna put it in?
No, I'm just.
I'm like, Lenore, come on now. Okay, Afghanistan.
What about it?
The Taliban has banned women from amusement parks.
Okay, what's the reason? Because their capes go up or something when they flying? They hear things come off?
Afghan women were refused entry at amusement parks in Kabul. Is it Kabul? In a prolonged series of restrictions imposed on them by the Taliban government. The Taliban's morality ministry on Wednesday said that women would be restricted from accessing public parks without providing further details. Although it was unclear how the rule would be applied, given the ministry had earlier issued orders on segregation by gender in parks and keeping aside certain days for women. For the past 15 months, we tried our best to arrange and sort it out, even specified the days. Mohammed, I can't say his name, spokesperson for the Ministry for the Prevention of Vice and Promotion of Virtual, told AFP. Still, in some places, in fact, we must say in many places, the rules were violated. There was mixing of men and women. That's why the decision has been taken in a place from there.
Worshiping.
2 park operators told Reuters on condition of anatomy. What is it? Being anonymous. That the Taliban had instructed them to not allow women.
Oh, so they just gonna kick the women out and let the men still have fun. Not even one day the men come in, another day the women come in.
So far, women in Afghanistan have been barred from accessing public spaces without wearing all their covering, or stepping out of their houses without a male chaperone.
Yeah.
Women have also been denied new driving licenses by the Taliban. They don't want them to drive, I guess. The Islamic group, despite facing severe criticism, has decided against reopening secondary schools for girls from the 6th standard, denying a generation of women access to education.
I'm thinking, what is going on?
Well, they've always been like that.
I know they've always been like that. I even think the Iran thing is a situation where that lady Pat died and with the hair covering. It's really sad that these number of years that the treatment of women, I'm thinking back in the biblical days, because I know they're not Christian, or their God can be, a different God. We don't know. That's a whole another discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But even from the fall of man, when Eve failed and sinned, because Adam, it's almost like God had told them this is going to happen to you and you got to go through this. It's almost like that's been more, what do you call it? More so for women than anybody.
Well, that's just another way of oppressing women. So my thing is,
what is the fear of this?
But here's my question. Why not ban the men from going to the amusement park and the women can go with the kids?
They don't see it like that. They've always going to be on top of the women.
But the women are the ones with the kids. So ban them from going and let the women go with the kids. Because the amusement park is supposed to be for the kids.
But they probably are going with the kids and leave the women out.
Then how they going to go with a little baby or a little kid?
Oh, wow.
They're not going to take care of that baby.
That's why they are fighting, and they want everybody to understand their fight. I feel bad for them, but I don't know. What can you do? That's a country that has always been stepping on women.
And America, remember, they pulled out and was like, oh, go ahead, take over.
Yeah.
Wendy says, no, 2 burgers. Yeah, they're not allowed to play music. They're either men or women. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that sad?
Thank you.
Oh.
So
what is their religion? Are they Muslim?
Muslim, yeah.
They're Muslim?
They extreme Muslim.
Extreme, okay.
Wendy says, he whom the sun sets free. That's right.
Yeah.
So I thought that was something. Now, talking about it, it's a different, it's the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about is Louis Farrakhan.
Oh, you're going into your new, okay.
Which is, they're still Muslim, but it's different. I guess the Nation of Islam, there's
even different sects of
Christianity.
Christianity, yeah. Judaism and Jews. You got your Orthodox, you got the Reform, you got the Contemporary. They have their different groups as well. Not some extreme like the Orthodox.
Right. Emerald says all the women should just up and leave. That would leave these overbearing men to do from. They will get rid of them before they let them do that.
I wish they would have been able to leave with our soldiers when we came back.
Some of them were trying. Remember,
geez.
They couldn't. They couldn't get to the airport. And then some stayed because they wanted to fight and change stuff. Ooh. But going to Louis Farrakhan.
Okay.
So he speaks on the Kyrie and you can sign in your thing.
Okay.
He speaks on the Kyrie and the Kanye West thing.
Oh, what did he got to say?
Well, of course, he's going to be on their side. Because,
with the Jews on and everything. And
know how he feel about Jewish people. Okay. He been saying all of this stuff they've been saying.
Uh-huh.
But he feels like black people are doing a public breaking of a black man. Because you remember back in the slavery days, they would always take one slave, the one that never listened and all that.
What's your name?
And then they put him,
and
then they have all the other slaves gather around.
Toby.
Right. Break the buck, I think they said. And they would mess with, hurt them, beat them up, whatever.
This is what happens to y'all if you act
up. So I'm going to make an example out of him so the rest of y'all can see.
If you try to leave, you get your foot cut off.
Now I'm going to say this respectfully. Because even though I don't agree with Louis Farrakhan, a lot of stuff that he says I agree, and a lot of stuff he says I don't agree.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. There was things that Martin Luther King agreed with Malcolm X, and there was things he just did not.
Exactly.
Because he's a Christian, so he don't have the same beliefs that you got.
Right, exactly.
And I don't put my faith in man as much as Louis Farrakhan would. Because I have a faith that's higher than that. You know what I'm saying? He does too, but he still puts way too much emphasis on man.
Yeah.
But when he was saying that, the reason why I disagree with him, again, goes back to what I was saying. Y'all have got to start looking at who you putting up as the person who y'all are using as an example.
Okay.
You have to.
It's not like he's Gandhi.
He's not. And again,
Mother Teresa.
You have somebody like Tiffany Cross, crickets. He didn't even mention her. So you're mentioning Kyrie and Kanye because that's the big name.
Well, here's the thing too. I maybe seeing another side of this. I don't know in history has he ever put a woman up there. They're not. She's not.
Notice I went from the Taliban and Muslim right to Louis Farrakhan.
Louis Farrakhan's not going to put a woman
who is Nation of Islam, not the same as the Taliban, but still Muslim.
About men. So he's going to pull up his male, especially black men. Remember, he's the Black Million Man March.
And
he didn't do no women march.
If y'all saw his last speak and that he was speaking on this, tell me if y'all did not sense there was some bitterness there. Because he has been asking to meet, he said, with the Jewish anti-Jewish league, whatever, the ones that speak against anti-Semitism.
Okay,
and they don't want to meet with him.
Oh, because they have the same view, don't they?
They don't want to meet with him. They don't like him. Ooh. The Jewish leaders don't want to meet with him
because he's hateful
to them. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So they don't want to meet with him. So I sensed when he was talking, there was some bitterness behind his voice. You don't want to meet with me, but you want to meet with Kanye and Kyrie. But you don't want to meet with me. Why y'all don't want to meet with me? He said because, and then he kind of, I'm paraphrasing. Lord knows y'all know I can't say exactly what Louis Farrakhan said. Ahead. You want to meet with them because you holding a check over their head. You ain't bought me.
Oh, okay. He ain't a bought Negro.
You ain't buy me. You don't give no money in my pocket.
He has no.
So there's no reason to meet me. But you want to meet somebody who got a check that you write a check to. And you want him to publicly say, you was right, I'm sorry. So you're breaking this black man in front of all the slaves.
No, he's not. Because that's
what he's saying.
Here's the thing, Farrakhan.
And that's why I don't agree. I'll tell y'all why I don't agree with him.
You must understand, and we talked about this yesterday. Kyrie can sit down with them and hear their grievances, hear their what they want. Kyrie, just like bobblehead Candace, you don't have to stay there and receive that check. Yep. You's a free Negro.
Yep.
You can go do your own thing, do your own show.
And
you don't. There's nothing that's chaining you to their checks.
The reason
so what is Farrakhan saying?
But this is why I don't agree with him.
What?
If he was talking about somebody like Tiffany Cross, I would agree with him.
Okay.
You want to put her publicly. You want to make her, whatever. Even though she didn't say nothing anti-Semitic.
Exactly.
But let's just say it was somebody who I can't even name nobody. Whoopi Goldberg.
When she made
that comment.
Yes.
You want her to meet with you, and you want her to publicly say, I'm sorry. And you want her to do this. You didn't hear nothing from Louis Farrakhan with that, did you?
No, you didn't.
Okay, a woman.
You won't hear that with a woman.
But with Whoopi Goldberg, when they dismissed her for a whole week because of anti-Semitic.
She was put in the corner.
She had to, and they wanted to break her in public. So I agree with him on that. I agree. That's the part I agree with him on.
But she made the decision to say, okay, I'll go by your rules.
Right, but I got it.
She could have quit.
Right, no.
And said, I'm not back here no more.
But she's not because they hold that check over your head.
But that's
and I agree.
That check. It's tempting.
Look.
That's a $6-figure check.
Again, on that part, I agree with him.
And that's what Candace is doing.
The part I disagree with him on
is what?
Do not link yourself with Kanye West and Kyrie Irving.
When you say link yourself.
When he uses them as the focal of his message. Kanye West wore a shirt that said White Lives Matter.
Yes.
He said slavery is a choice.
Yes.
He said Harriet Tubman didn't do anything. She didn't even free the slaves.
Yes.
He said so much stuff. Lord have Jesus.
But does Farrakhan believe some of this?
George Floyd killed himself.
Yes.
It wasn't the police officer that did it.
Knee on the neck.
Kim Kardashian is the most beautiful woman. All women should look like Kim Kardashian. She's what women should look like, a white woman.
But to your point, do you think he agrees with him, though?
That's what I'm saying. He may not agree with them. So don't make them your focal point of your message about a black person being put publicly and being breaking in public.
Breaking them in public.
Not them two idiots.
Ooh.
And then Kyrie, the earth is flat. There's so much stuff, Lord Jesus. Oh, even back in this, the Holocaust never existed.
Yeah.
Never saying it. You never heard me say it out of my mouth. Do you believe it? You never heard me say it.
Come on, if you don't say it or not say it.
So don't clamp on to them.
As an example
of a black person being broken in public. In my opinion, they're the ones that get the other slaves killed on the plantation.
Okay.
Because you could be behind the barn planning an escape.
Oh.
And Kanye saying, no, y'all, this is what we need to do. Man, quiet down. You're too loud, Kanye. No, listen. This what and then Master come over. What y'all talking about? Oh, we're not Kanye. He got to be the one to talk. No, we just over here communicating, talking about how great you are and how much we got these shirts on. And then the Master go, where are y'all wearing shirts that say I'm such a wonderful master? All of y'all, I'm putting all of y'all up.
Okay.
Him and Kyrie remind me of the ones that get everybody in trouble.
So are you pretty much saying in a nutshell that Farrakhan needs to really think about these two as examples of what they have done and said? That is pretty much deserving.
Farrakhan is doing exactly what Elijah Muhammad did, and Malcolm X turned his back on it.
Whoa!
Preaching about being a father and all this other stuff, and a husband,
monogamous,
and then Malcolm X found out
to his one
you got kids all over and you doing this. You're not living. I love you, but you're not living what you're saying.
And I'm about living.
And I'm living what I'm saying. I'm not cheating on my wife. I'm doing what you want me to. I'm doing all the stuff you telling me.
And the monies that I'm making you guys, I'm not. My house is tearing down
because I understand that it's not what Martin Luther King said.
Yes,
it's not so much about what you say. It's about how people perceive who you are, that they will follow you and listen to you.
Right.
Now, we listened to Louis Farrakhan with the Million Man March because he wasn't hinging himself to dodo birds.
Right. He was at a place, a season in his life where he was being more respected, with the things. He was pretty much following, what he preaches.
Wendy says, Farrakhan been married to his wife for 65 years, and they have 11 children, one deceased. That's what I'm saying. We have always placed him at a part where we could say, you know what? I may not agree with everything that you say, but at least you're out there doing the work.
You know what?
In the community.
You got a point, though, because I'm looking at how normally when things happen in our community and it happens in our country, a lot of times when it's black men, entertainers, athletes, whatever, you usually see the same people kind of flock to them to even support them. I ain't seen some of our black leaders flock to these guys. What's his name?
None of them.
Who am I thinking of? That's
I know you talking about. Go ahead.
All the people that you can think of. Even the guy that the man that does the legal now.
Yes,
covering people legally.
Nobody's
come to these guys
because they're not trying to get behind somebody. There's some. And I don't understand why people don't get this. there are some things that Kanye is saying that is true.
Right. But the spirit behind it.
He's saying stuff that's true, but he's mixing a lot of other stuff in there.
The whole...
Don't hit your wagon to this man.
And I notice a lot of...
He should have been... What Louis Farrakhan should have been saying is pray for... He should have been saying pray for Kanye and pray for Kyrie. To me, that's all he should be saying.
Like, where's your Al Sharptons?
They nowhere.
Where's your Spike Lee's?
Wendy says, I don't think you should call him hateful. His aggressive. What? I don't think you should call him hateful. He's aggressive. Who's hateful and aggressive? I don't know what you're saying.
Should we not call him hateful, or he is hateful?
Who's hateful?
Oh no, are you talking
about Kanye
or Farrakhan?
Farrakhan has been speaking about the things that Don the Con has revealed for years. Lori says that's what she said. Lori says he is very aggressive. Okay, because I'm like, when did we say aggressive? Y'all should do a call-in show on this topic. I agree, True.
I see what you're saying. Farrakhan has in the past always connected himself to situations, even with the men in the eye of the public.
But it was always a just cause.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't agree with his message or whatever,
the rhetoric going on,
you felt like, okay, well, he's attaching himself to at least a just cause.
Yes.
Kanye and
Kyrie cause is not.
That's not a just cause.
Even though there's some truth in what they're saying that Farrakhan believes.
Oh, she said Lenora said Farrakhan was hateful. Did you say Farrakhan was hateful?
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
If I did, I didn't mean that.
Okay. No. Oh, I think you saying it, say it, don't say it, and I don't know what she's saying.
As far as the spirit behind it?
The spirit behind it? Is that what you're saying? Lori says, I love him and listen to his videos. Yes.
Yes.
So now, nobody's saying...
So we're giving...
And that's why I say, we live here in Chicago.
We know it.
I know what the Nation of Islam does as far
Stony
as...
Island alone.
For people. I know what they do for the community. I know
that's
he's in the trenches. That's what I'm saying. Don't hit yourself to these Negroes.
That's why you saying... Farrakhan, please don't hook yourself. Don't connect with Kyrie and Kanye right now.
Yes.
Even though you may agree with some of the rhetoric that they're saying about the Jews,
some of the stuff,
yes, a lot.
Yes,
you have to eat the meat and spit the bones.
Yes,
out. But right now you're eating the bones and you may choke on them.
Yes,
don't eat the Kyrie bones.
No,
because Kyrie has some anger issues,
and so does Kanye.
So Farrakhan, don't hook yourself to them.
What he needs to be saying right now is pray for these brothers.
Yes.
Do not use them as an example.
Minister. That's the first thing you need to say, Farrakhan, is pray.
Lori says, I love him and listen to his videos. Emerald said, I feel that he is extreme on his views. I do too on a lot of his views. Again, I said there's things that I agree with him on, and there's things I don't agree with him on.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything he says.
I do agree.
Wendy, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wendy says, I think Farrakhan is more interested in proving a point than who he's connected to. That's where I think it's going, Wendy, and that's where I don't like that road. Because what's going to happen is when he does say something that's beneficial, nobody's going to listen to him.
Yeah. You want to keep...
Because he's attached himself to Kanye. And you cannot take away the fact that Kanye said George Floyd killed himself with drugs.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the police officer. Yeah. He can't get away from that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't make them those black guys that's being broken in front of the other slaves.
He knows the police brutality in a lot of our
is
real, especially in the city.
And he lives here in Chicago.
It happens a lot in the Chicago area. So
don't do that.
Be careful with the checks of the comments, because there's a checklist of all the things that Kanye and Kyrie have said. You can't put an endorsement on all of it.
It's almost like he's dismissing the crazy rhetoric.
Yes.
And saying, well, because they said this, we should stand behind him. No, we're not.
Maybe he's getting older, like you said.
No, we're not.
You're talking about Biden getting older. Farrakhan's getting older. They're not thinking clearly because they're older now. I don't know.
I don't know what else to say. Exactly what you just said. That's what you don't want people to start saying.
Is he losing he's losing his respect level of people, listening to him.
And it's not even, I know he don't care about respect level from Jewish people or white people because he ain't never cared about that.
Exactly.
It's black people.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't stand behind somebody who wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt and said that slavery is a choice.
You know what? When you think about,
and Trump is his father.
When you think about the slave,
come on, man,
the slave movies that we saw, even though the master would pull the black slave out, male, female, whoever, and beat them to show a lesson to the other ones. There were probably situations where they deserve to be.
That's what I'm saying.
They just need to get a little spanking back,
or
there.
not even
beating like that.
Not even that. Not even that.
You know where I'm going.
No,
with
I'm
this,
talking
though.
about that. The other slaves was like, yeah, move him out the way so we can really do some stuff. Get that idiot out the way. And while you doing that, we over here talking about how we gonna get off the plantation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Don't everyone that was manhandled, not always didn't do nothing.
Okay.
It could have been somebody who was making it bad for everybody else. Because he was running his mouth and making everybody know what was going on.
We'll see where this goes.
So that's all I'm saying.
Took us over. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if you said hateful. I've never said that Louis Farrakhan was hateful.
I think a lot of people probably think he is because of his views on separating, you know, blacks and whites should be separated and for a good reason.
Yeah.
To build our own, you know. But no.
And if somebody did think that, that's how they feel.
That's how they feel. They feel that he is not a nice guy.
I think Wendy says, I think Farrakhan is more interested in proving. Okay, we said that. And then she says, I think the Jews are thorn in his side, and it triggered something. That's what I was saying, Wendy. If you go back and look at the last message he said about Kanye and Kyrie, I feel it's personal. I really do. I think he's taking that and he's putting it on him personally. They don't want to meet with him because he brought it up. Why are you saying that? That you making it personal. That's how I feel. All right.
Well, he's human, so he got his feelings hurt.
He's human. They don't want to meet with him, but they want to meet with Kanye and
maybe
Kyrie.
For the reason he said.
Because they got a check over, they hanging a check over his head.
We don't have no check over you. Why would we want to meet with you?
We don't want to. You don't got nothing we want.
Thank you.
That's how they feel.
We can't control you.
Yeah. And I think that's
sorry, Negro.
No,
you can't control
but
you.
I think that's personal with him.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Go back home to your 11 kids and your wife, and you be okay.
But if you the type of person,
as a leader, you need to be a little stronger.
But if you're the type of person where you did have resources to get 1 million men, and now they're not even taking you serious, that hits it.
Because I kept asking, could you do that again?
See, not with that message.
I asked my sister, I said, do you think Farrakhan can repeat 1 million man march
not
again
with the
in this day and age?
Not hitching himself to Kanye and Kyrie, he won't. So, sorry.
It's a good question.
Maybe 20, 30, when did that happen? And 30 years ago, 40 years ago?
I don't even know. Was that as long ago as my Barbados
It was a long time ago. He could maybe 30 years ago, but not now.
We'll see.
Not hitching yourself
and I'm really tired of leaders, good or bad, or however people feel. I'm tired of them. It's almost like you want to see strong leaders that take the stand and they be a bigger man.
You know what I would like to see?
Gosh.
Wendy said, exactly, he's human. And then Lori said, correct, Wendy. Yes. You know what I like to see, guys? And everybody, let's pray for this. Let's see them pray for Kanye and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Let's see a strong leader like Louis Farrakhan and them come out and say, my brother, this is what I was hoping he would say.
Religious leaders, for sure.
I was hoping that he would come out and say
stuff like that.
I would hope he would have come out and said, you know what? Let's try not to beat up our brother and let's pray for him. Let's pray because my brother is being torn. He's being moved from left to right, up and down.
Thank you.
They holding a check over his head.
Yes.
They doing his family is being taken from him. Let's pray that God will renew his mind and renew his spirit.
That would be received.
That I would have loved to hear him say.
Farrakhan as a leader and the years of experience and wisdom.
Yes.
That is a response of wisdom.
Yes.
You got to use wisdom even in your anger and your in whatever you're feeling.
Yes.
The way you
But
just
you're not going to get it by saying they breaking the buck, a black man in front of everybody.
What they doing.
Not when he wears a White Lives Matter
Look
t-shirt.
what they doing to Kyrie.
And saying
they
that
want to talk to me.
And saying that George Floyd killed himself. No.
They want to talk to me.
No.
Because they ain't got no check over my head. So that's not a religious leader's response.
No, especially with them two guys.
So we're going to pray for Farrakhan
Yes,
too.
Yes, because he's human. And I agree.
And sometimes our human can get us in trouble.
Exactly.
Because God is like, okay, all of y'all need to settle down.
Right.
Settle down, simmer down.
Yep.
Simmer down your heart. Simmer down the anger. Simmer down.
Yeah, you gotta
and breathe.
Yep.
I am in control because I am the God of all flesh.
Emerald says, the Christian in me agrees, but a part of me wants to see Kanye alone for stupid things that he says. Yeah, of course. Sometimes you got to be broken, Emerald. That's why I said,
whatever way
God got to break him all the way down to build him back up again. Yeah. But why is that coming from knuckleheaded me?
I don't know.
That needs to come from the leaders like Louis Farrakhan. Why are we saying that on this stupid channel?
That should be the recordings and the tapes and the shows that you guys say you chime in and hear him.
That's
what he should be saying.
They have millions of views.
When you tune him in, that's what his word should be. T.D. Jakes, Jamal Bryant, all of them should be saying. Joel Osteen, love. Pray for him.
Yep.
Leaders, this is your time now to stand up and be the leaders that God has called you to be.
Exactly.
Come on. Y'all just wearing the title.
And then when he said, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, none are righteous, no, not one. He almost 100 years old and has 89. Yeah, that's what Lenore said.
I said he's getting older, but come on now with this flesh thing.
Yeah.
Too much is given, much is required.
Too much is given, much
you
is
are
required.
in a position. Shake that flesh off.
Yep.
Die flesh.
Yep.
You are representing God.
Yep.
Pray for him.
Pray for him.
Thank
you.
Now,
I would have respected that more if he would have said
don't
that.
Get me going. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take it off.
That's what I'm saying. So, but that's what I want to hear.
I like how you responded. You are right. That's how he should have
That's what
responded.
I want to hear. I don't want to hear the bitterness and they didn't ask you. They didn't ask you.
Sample of a slave.
Why they didn't ask me?
They didn't ask me.
They asked them. They didn't ask me.
I did the Million Man March.
You don't want to meet with me, but you want to meet with them. See, it's too much of me. Me.
Lord
so that's
Jesus.
why. And that's another thing.
What?
If people actually say they like Louis Farrakhan and you're actually in the Nation of Islam or you support him, you should be agreeing that he should be speaking what God tells him to speak.
Thank you.
And it's not about what he says, it's what God says.
Thank you.
And I don't care about the only human thing. Like Lenore said, too much is given, much is required.
Yes. There's more accountability when you're in leadership. When you are a minister,
it's more.
I'm sorry.
I'm a knucklehead. They don't have to listen to me. But if God told me to feed my sheep, and you saying what you gonna get? Oh, do you want Moses? You want to get what happened to Moses?
You can name a lot of people in the Bible that had some messy flesh
and God dealt with them because they didn't say what he said. What did I tell you to tell them?
Thank you.
I didn't tell you.
David had to go. Oh, don't take your spirit from me.
Yeah, Moses hit the rock. Did I tell you to strike the rock?
You mad at your people. They're getting on my nerves.
But then what did I tell you? What did I tell you to do?
Thank you, Lord.
So that's what I'm saying.
Ooh, thank you for your grace.
So pray for Louis Farrakhan and any of these, you name some other ones, Al Sharpton and all of them. That when they do speak,
Spike Lee.
When they do say, you ain't heard nothing from Spike. You ain't heard nothing from nobody.
Al Sharpton usually be there. And he a good speaker. I ain't hear nothing. Nobody.
It's like
heard a little pin drop.
Because y'all, I told you, you can't wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt and say George Floyd killed himself and slavery was a choice and think you gonna get powerful black men to step up and back you.
Yeah.
So why don't let it be Louis Farrakhan? That's what I'm saying. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't go down that road.
That is a career suicide. That is.
Let me see. She said almost 100 years old, Wendy.
Yeah, so wrong.
Oh, Lord. Emerald says, amen, Lenore. Wendy says, you're putting Christian expectations on a Muslim. But you said it's God.
Allah.
Yep.
Who is he following?
Yep.
I don't care about Christian and non-Christian. Don't get me going.
No, he following Allah.
It's still a minister.
It's still
I don't
love.
care if he was Buddhist.
Yep, it's still love.
Because what's his name?
Gandhi.
Gandhi
Gandhi wouldn't come out and say that.
Come on, y'all. We don't even have to go there with the Christianity thing.
Yeah. So
if you are a minister in the religion that you're following,
you should be praying.
You should be. It's about the goodwill of man. Your black man, you seeing hurting.
But I do agree.
So don't go there with the Christian.
I do agree with. Remember, I sasaid in another show, I don't like the piling on. Remember when I told you the Kanye and Kyrie when it's too much? Yeah. Because when it starts to become too much, I agree. Then it's like, okay, y'all kind of overkilling it now. Yeah. Saying, I heard last week he said, no, if you didn't say it last week, don't say it now. They bringing up stuff Kanye said 5 years ago. Well, he said he liked the Hitler shoes. Well, they said that 5 years. I remember I was in a meeting and he said he liked the Hitler shoes. Don't nobody want to hear that he liked Hitler shoes 5 years ago. That's the media. You should have said it 5 years ago.
The media is egging this on. The media is pulling all of
y'all
the dirt.
Y'all piling on now.
Pulling all the dirt out. So they're going to go to Kyrie when he was in high school.
Yep. Wendy says the Bible says no man could come on to the Father but by Jesus. Well, that's what we believe. So, but he can still love.
But Wendy, I'm just saying, regardless of the faith.
Right, I agree.
This man, he proclaims to be a man of faith. Yeah. Minister, Allah, whatever he wants to call his God.
I want to hear him say, pray for Kanye and pray for Kyrie.
Yeah, there's no excuse if you're a person that's spiritual and religious.
All right. Wendy says there's only one truth. That's what we believe. So.
Yeah, that's our faith. But maybe that's why he's struggling.
Well,
I don't know.
No, because it's some hateful Christians.
Yes, it is.
Now look at this. I don't even know if I can show this.
Which are the
man getting intimate with partner in the nightclub stall attacks the cleaner who interrupted them.
He's getting busy with the person, and
I'm trying to get to one.
The cleaner,
the guy
found out that they was doing it.
This was Charlamagne's donkey of the day on the Breakfast Club. Wow. The man is getting intimate with a woman in the men's washroom. And the guy who cleans the washroom comes in and interrupts them.
And he gets beat up.
And he beats him up.
He gets attacked.
The cleaner was left with a broken nose.
Because he messed with him.
He interfered.
His get down.
He interfered. And Charlamagne was saying, "What this world is gone."
That dude, he really has he was releasing some really anger during that time with the girl. For him to be interrupted and get mad and
he was in there becoming intimate with his partner. They were in the midst of becoming intimate when someone started banging on the door.
He disturbed him.
The defense attorney. That's the defense attorney. He acted impulsively. He acted protectively, and he thought he was protecting himself and his partner. The cleaner was left with a broken nose. So he's saying he didn't know that was the cleaner.
The defense lawyer.
That's the defense guy, yeah.
He better not get off.
The cleaner ends up slammed against a wall, and Phelan continues to hit him as he falls to the floor. A blonde woman in a green dress is then seen shuffling out the cubicle. The court heard that she and Fallon had been in the midst of an intimate encounter.
And she just standing there on her phone when this video was showing, right?
Yes.
Was she calling the cops?
She must have been calling somebody.
Yeah.
Wendy says, not my words, God's words. What I think doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what we believe too. And Emerald says, obviously too cheap to get a room.
But yeah, you're gonna beat somebody up because they interrupting you in a woman's washroom. What if it was a woman that needed to use the washroom?
Well, they might have been in the men's washroom.
Oh, were they?
I don't know.
I thought he said the woman.
Did it say woman's washroom?
I don't know.
Where'd you see women's washroom?
I don't know. It just said washroom.
I never said women's washroom, did I?
They were in a washroom.
Yeah.
They were in there being intimate. It didn't say male or female.
I don't know. Look at the door. What is that? What is that?
Ooh.
Is that both sex? That might be unisex.
Unisex one.
That might be unisex.
Maybe that's why. He was just knocking because he needed to clean.
Wendy said one punch would have did it. He didn't have to beat him up.
He sure did. That was some rage, wasn't it? Why would you even want a man making love to you with that rage? She got.
Well, I don't know that.
She got to see that. He probably was mad.
You were saying making that thing with that rage.
I don't even know. But like, I hope he ain't physical with her like that.
No. He probably was getting it in.
Oh God!
And then that guy came and banged on the door.
Messed him up.
And messed him up. And you know what probably happened? What probably happened is, and I'm going to take the defense side for 1 second. He was getting it in, and the guy was banging on the door. And then he said, hold on, give me a minute. And the guy said, what's going on in there? And then he was banging on the door. And that man said, man, I'm trying to get some. Leave me alone. And that guy said, I got to clean this washroom. Come out of there. Come on out of there.
Leave me alone,
and he said, leave me alone. And he was banging on the thing and said,
I need to clean.
If you don't come out of there, I'm going to go get the manager and I'm going to have you guys thrown out of the club. And then they ended. Everything went silly. He couldn't finish.
Leave me alone.
Right. He couldn't finish. So he opened the door and said, you see what you did? And then he started beating the man up.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
That's what I think happened.
Okay.
I don't think he was just knocking on the door saying, excuse me, I
think he really stirred up something.
I don't know. We don't know.
Okay.
All right.
But it still wasn't worth him getting a broken nose.
No. All right, y'all. So that was it. Very informative.
Yeah. He's probably what said about having a podcast.
And you're right, having a call-in.
That's another topic.
That's a call-in show. That one would be heated, boy. We start talking about Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
I've had some friends who had dated Islamic faith. So I kind of know, like Mark. I'm just gonna say this before we end. Like Malcolm X, the guy that she was dating, he was real serious about his religion.
Yeah, that's okay.
And they had differences of opinion, but he was still true to his religion.
Right.
So even in the flesh, even though she felt he was not honoring the same God she was, he was still respectable.
Right.
He still honored and he still prayed and did what he needed to do to keep the flesh in line. So that's why I was saying.
But that's what I want to say.
Farrakhan could minister of all, even in his human flesh. He still should walk in that.
That's what I want to see, though. I want to see. Let's pray for these men.
I like how you said.
Let's stop piling up on them. Then you walk away. It's kind of like we had a game or something, and we being real rowdy, and then the teachers or some come out and say, "Now y'all don't have to treat the other people that's coming like that." And we all go, you're
right, Teach.
All right, go team go. You can still say go team go without pooping on the people that came to visit, the visiting team. And that's what a minister and a father is supposed to do. A leader. He's supposed to come out, and then we all
now boys,
we're supposed to be going after the opposing team, and then he comes out and says, now guys, everybody calm down and relax.
Okay, you do too.
You can still cheer for your team, but don't criticize and demonize the team that's opposing team. Now that's what I would have loved for him to say. Then maybe I would have walked away feeling a little bad. Like y'all don't keep talking about him, y'all. Pray about him. All right. So I want to see less Kanye and Kyrie on the timeline.
He's going through some things.
That's what I wanted him to say.
Let's just keep him up in our prayers. And that's what they do too.
Yep, you're right.
They pray too.
All right, y'all. So that's it. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe. Don't forget to check out our items that we sell, including my water bottle. It's on our what is it? On our sheet, on our Facebook groups page.
Okay.
Wendy said he's not covered in the blood. Yeah, I know. But still, there's a certain amount of, you know how some people might not be saved. Wait a minute. They may not be saved, but some people can still be kind.
Yes.
You can still be kind.
We're all created in his image and in his likeness. We all have a spirit. We all have a soul. There's some people who are not even born again believers.
And they kind.
They're nice.
And
they'll pray for you, even though they may not believe in the God you believe in.
Right.
So we have to think about it that way.
Kind
you don't have to be a Christian.
You got to be kind.
To be nice and kind.
Be kind.
Because even when Paul was talking to the Jews, to the
you get ready to go into a whole service.
He was telling them, he said, y'all had a 10 commandments and wasn't following it.
Right.
The heathens, this heathen nation didn't have no 10 commandments, and they were still doing the 10 commandments.
Right.
So he had to show the Jews, y'all had 10 commandments and still was disobedient.
Right.
So there were people who didn't have the 10 commandments were still doing those things.
Still be kind. All right.
There we go.
All right, y'all. So be kind to each other. I guess we got to add that in there.
Do you have to have?
Be kind to each other. Don't be that guy in the stall. That's the donkey of the day. He didn't have to do that. He could have just came out like you said, Wendy. He didn't have to beat him to a pulp. He could have just came out and been like, man, leave me alone.
Oh, I told you.
He didn't have to keep on stepping on him and all that.
I don't
Just
know.
be kind to each other.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Wendy, what'd you say? That's what I want. He's almost 100 years old.
I know.
And that's his thorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
He is old, like
Yeah.
Biden.
Yeah, he still good, though.
Yeah, he does.
And Biden the same way.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do different? Nothing. It's these old men.
They set in their ways. Oh, we always respected Grandpa, no matter how Grandpa would be off sometime. But that's Grandpa. He's older. He lived his life. Our Grandpa, it was like 90-some years old.
Yes.
You respect Grandma and them. Like, oh, she talking crazy.
And
but we still listen.
Emerald said, should have got a room. I agree.
Yeah.
Or don't be mad if somebody come in and interrupt
Not be
you.
there and break their nose.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe.
Yeah.
And that was another Woods Report. See you later.